in terms of the one I'm most excited for, it's a Big Ten matchup. I think Oregon versus Penn State is going to be really interesting. That's going to be a really good mid-season matchup. Because they played the Big Ten championship against each other this past season, right? So super close. Sorry, Jack, did I take your game?
You took one of mine.
You took one of mine too.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to You Don't Know Ball podcast. We are back, full staffed again. The Unk is back.
Unk is back.
Jack is back.
That's what Jack texted into our group chat last night when I asked him if he's gonna be able to record. So, one win for that. But so it's lots. Yeah, that's a big boom. A lot's happened since we came back and talked. The NFL draft happened. A couple of things in the playoffs may or may not surprise everybody, and then we have a new segment we'll talk about, but it'll be after those two things. So, where do you want to start? We can start with the NBA playoffs because, frankly, that's what we've started with every episode. So, may as well start it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say we've started with basketball for like the past 6 episodes. I feel like, at least that I've been on. But yeah, this last week was the one where we saw like some teams finally starting to get eliminated, and kind of picks out the cream from the crop. And unfortunately, our glorious king LeBron James has now been eliminated with his son.
Gone.
No.
Gone.
Yeah, I mean,
Not
that's
the man on the Lakers.
That's one pick we for sure all got wrong right there. I think we all had the Lakers winning that one.
In 5, Lakers lost in 5.
Yeah, you guys just had one word wrong, and you would have had it. But yeah, man, Lakers. I think JJ Redick kind of self-imploded. I don't know what he was thinking. Game 4, he played no subs in the second half. And, I mean, the starters, you could just tell they were gassed. And Anthony Edwards kind of ascended to another level. He's now beaten Kevin Durant and the Suns in the playoffs. He dethroned the Nuggets last year, and now he just took out LeBron James and the Luka and the Lakers. So, I mean, it's exciting for the Timberwolves. Sucks if you're a LeBron fan, but I think, they weren't going to win anything. If they would have made it to the next round, they would have. It would have been cool to see him match up with the Warriors again, to be fair, but I don't. Yeah, their time was done. And LeBron, that might have been his last game, so we'll see what happens with that. Do you guys have any opinions about the Lakers? I think it's all kind of just cut in stone. I don't think. I think after game 2, they lost. Once they lost game 4, I knew it was over. That's.
Ant was playing on a different level the entire series. I felt like I didn't watch most of the games, but I could see like all his stats and highlights from on like Instagram and TikTok. And I was like, dang, Lakers could be in trouble. And then now they're eliminated. So that was good. It was kind of funny to see after Shannon Sharp. I don't even know if I should bring him up, but he was saying Lakers in 5 all this time, and they got eliminated in 5. So
yeah. Yeah, you knew Ant knew about it. Ant knew about it too, and you could tell in the post-game interview, he was feeling himself. He was just. I'm happy to see a young star finally take over a little bit, just because we've seen these old players with Damian Lillard and Paul George and LeBron. They're all overstaying their welcome a little bit too long, and we're ready. I think we're ready to see this new generation of players take over, and we started to see that last year with Luka and Tatum going at it in the finals. So it's a good look for the NBA. It is unfortunate though. A lot of people do like LeBron, including me. It would be nice to see him make one more run at it, but it's just so unrealistic at this point. So hopefully
his goatness.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He's no Jordan. He can't do that.
How do you go favorite into a series and then get eliminated and still be called the GOAT? Just saying. With the team he had. Jordan ain't doing that.
Oh, with LeBron's team?
Yeah.
That he had this year?
Yeah.
They didn't have a center. They got screwed over by that.
Yeah.
Well, Jack traded my boy AD.
Well, AD wanted a center to play next to him, and then they got rid of him.
Yeah.
But I get why they did the trade. I think it was a smart trade still. I mean, we talked about it. They're set up for the next 10, 15 seasons now with Luka, so... I mean, it was worth it.
Trade, dude. And AD's a walking injury, so.
Yeah, first game.
Let's be honest, that boy wasn't going to be playing in the playoffs.
Yeah, they almost snuck in. They almost did it, but yeah, I think another crazy thing. Pacers eliminated the Bucks, and now the most interesting part about that series is now what happens after with
Halliburton's dad.
Yeah, dude, no, that was crazy. I thought they were like yelling at each other, but apparently it was like a respect thing. So I don't know.
Oh, was it? I thought they were beefing.
I thought it was too. It looked a lot like it. I don't know what was said, but Giannis was like, "It was a respect thing. We respect each other now." And I was like, "Dude, that did not look anything like that."
Ain't no way that's respect.
He walks out there with a blanket of his son Halliburton. He's like, "He just beat your ass."
That's what I said. I thought he was saying, like, "What up with it now, bitch?"
But yeah, I think the most interesting thing about this series is just what comes after. Because I mean, Bucks stood no chance despite all their role players playing pretty well. Besides Gary Trent Jr. like losing the series for them by botching the pass. I don't know if you guys saw that clip, but before Halliburton got the game-winning layup, a pass came to Gary Trent Jr. and it went right through his legs and out of bounds.
Oh no!
So he should have caught the pass. It was just stupid. And then Halliburton wins the game on a game-winning layup. And then now it's like, okay, does Giannis want out? And I think that's just something that's gonna be talked about a lot this offseason. We can get into that another week, but
come on over.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most interesting thing. That'd be sweet, dude. We need a power forward bad.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Pistons, they forced a Game 6. Game 6 is tonight. So next week we'll be talking about
still alive.
Yeah, next week we'll be talking about if they're playing the Boston Celtics or not, which, like, I don't know if I want to see us get whooped by the Celtics or not, but I would love to see
better
us
than getting whooped by the Knicks.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I would rather see us, but I do want to see us beat the Knicks. So,
yeah.
But, it's what I said last week. Pistons don't play good at home, and I don't know why. And the Knicks shot like crazy at the Little Caesars Arena, so hopefully they don't do that again. I think it just comes down to if the Knicks are on, because Karl Anthony Towns kind of stole the game from us in Game 4, and then of course the refs miss a horrible call that lost us Game 4. So I mean, it all comes down to fair reffing, and Pistons need to play better defense, not gamble, and just stay poised and stay disciplined, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Cavs, of course, sweep the Heat. That Game 4 loss was embarrassing. They lost by 50 points. So that was, rip the Heat. And then Thunder sweep the Grizzlies. Ja went down. They had no chance after that. So that was just tough for them. And then other Celtics defeat the Magic. I mean, we all saw that coming. Still kind of a fun series, though, if you're a Magic fan. They put up a decent fight. And then we still have some series that are going to be really interesting. The Nuggets take a 3-2 lead against the Clippers. I think their final game is tomorrow night, or their Game 6 is tomorrow night. So that's something to look forward to. If Jamal Murray plays like he did in Game 5, then I think the Nuggets got a pretty easy win in the Intuit Dome, because Murray scored 43, and if he can put up those kind of numbers consistently, like he used to do in the bubble, then Jokic and the rest of the crew will have such an easy time beating the Clippers. And then Warriors just got
That's not the only thing he was doing in the bubble.
Oh, yeah. Play the clip. Yeah, no, that was insane. But, yeah, and then Rockets blow out the Warriors, but I think the Warriors are going to win pretty easily at home. So the rest of the first round is kind of shaping out. I think the only one that's going to be really interesting to keep watching is Pistons Knicks and Nuggets Clippers. But hopefully we'll see a couple of Game 7s and just good playoff basketball to finish it out. Go Pistons. Sure, yeah. And we'll tally up our predictions next round and see what happens. So next week we'll see how we did.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see who did the best out of the three of us. Sorry, Jack, you didn't really get a chance to get a say in this.
Yeah, I probably would have got 100% anyway. So that's
You're just sparing us.
Probably good he didn't play, to be honest.
Yeah, he was just sparing us, giving us a chance to win. But so playoff basketball has been really fun to watch, and looking forward to seeing if the Knicks can get back past the Knicks. So wait, the Pistons get past the Knicks. Sorry, my bad. Flipped my words.
Just jinxed it.
Just jinx it.
Thanks, Isaac.
But my bad. Caleb bet against the Knicks. I mean, the Pistons.
Shit! I'm sure they'll hit 18 threes. So it's
Caleb,
it's
you
whatever.
bet against the Pistons?
Yeah. Pistons can't defend the 3-point line.
What the hell, man?
No, dude, I'm just saying.
No wonder they're losing. No wonder they're losing.
When Caleb bets against the Pistons, usually the Pistons
seem to win.
Yeah. So
all right,
maybe
let's all
maybe
bet
it'll
against
change.
the Pistons. $1,000 on the Knicks.
Ooh,
hammering at
win either way, man. The Pistons find ways to lose, bro. It's insane to me. And also, like, I don't know. Like I said, we just play a lot worse at home. I don't understand it. Like, I feel like when we have home games, the other teams just shoot the lights out. It must be easy to shoot in Little Caesars Arena. So, yeah,
they gotta move.
It's gonna come down to
what's his nuts broke the 3-point record.
Steph,
which Malik Beasley.
Yep.
Yeah, he broke the Pistons record.
Oh, it's like, all right, I didn't hear
talking about Steph. He didn't play for the Pistons.
The only thing I heard was 3-point record. I'm like, oh, Steph, obviously. And then we were talking about the Pistons.
Next
so next question.
This NBA quiz so easy, man. Yeah, no, it's gonna come down to the role players. Malik Beasley, for the love of God, please hit some threes.
Stewart fight someone.
Stewart gonna fight someone up from the bench.
We did hit on that over.
We did hit
over under.
Oh yeah, last week we placed a bet if we were gonna see a fight in Game 3, and it was a shoving match, but that counts. They were getting all up in each other's.
They'll
That's
get
like
a little chippy
for basketball fights.
Yeah.
I mean, when was the last like knockout in an NBA fight though?
I think when the Pistons were playing.
I thought Ant was going to knock LeBron's old ass out the other day.
after LeBron broke Ant's bracelet that he's going to wear for the rest of his career. Yeah, I'm sure they were happy campers with each other. But
yeah, I think as far as that goes though, just watch out for the Nuggets and Clippers, Pistons, Knicks, go Pistons. Y'all already know who to root for. And yeah, I guess we'll be back for more second round coverage. We kind of know how these series are gonna go. As for like what I think is gonna happen I think the Warriors easily beat the Rockets next game. I don't think they have a chance. So Warriors.
Did you see what Steve Kerr did in the last game? He just pulled all the players and just was pretty much, all right, you guys get this game.
And dude, it's pathetic because they were actually putting up a good fight, and like the Rockets like had to put their starters back in, and like and then they're like bickering with all the bench players too. Like Şengün was bickering with Pat Spencer of all players, like that one white guy on the Warriors team. Like, what is going on? So yeah, dude, I think the Warriors just aren't taking them seriously. I could see it going either way. The Rockets might, I don't know, they might win in the Warriors arena, but that's a tough place to play. So
yeah, for sure.
We'll see how that goes. I do think Nuggets, I mean, they got the 3-2 lead. It's going to take a lot of energy for the Clippers to win this next one because, I mean, the Nuggets, I mean, they're a tough team. They got championship experience.
Is Kawhi playing?
He is playing, and he's playing very well. They lost by 16 last game, though. I see them forcing a Game 7. I got Nuggets in 7. I took Nuggets in 7 last year.
Give me Kawhi.
Yeah, the
Kawhi
Clippers are playing really well.
5.
Clippers are really playing well. They lost by 16 yesterday. Okay.
Dude, they are, though. Like, a lot better than a lot of people would think.
Yeah, it's just the Nuggets playing better, Isaac.
Huh?
It's just the Nuggets playing better.
Oh,
they both playing good ball.
You're right. My bad, Jack. I didn't know you were all basketball knowledge over here.
Jack can't even watch the second of that series.
Actually, Jack's been coaching Joker.
I watched a little bit of the Milwaukee game the other day.
Oh, nice.
I feel bad for you.
Why? I don't like Milwaukee or Indiana.
No, I was just gonna say like I just know that game was probably so boring.
Did you watch the
I was at the Griffins game, so I was just kind of looking over it.
I see. Okay,
because he's watching it.
Nice.
There was 2 games in that the Pacers and Bucks game. There was the Bucks and Pacers, and then there was Halliburton v. Giannis. And
Halliburton Senior.
Yeah, it's kind of like the undercard to the game. So I took the undercard over the game actually. I'd like to see Halliburton Sr. take on Giannis and get his ass beat. That's kind of like the scenario of like 100 grown ass men taking on a gorilla.
He got dad strength though.
Isn't Patrick Mahomes' dad fighting somebody too?
He's fighting that Mets reliever. No, not the Mets.
Patrick Mahomes' dad is fighting DUIs every other week.
Well, yes, he is doing that, but he's actually fighing like a former baseball player too.
Is he really?
He's fighting a former baseball pitcher from the Braves because they got in a fight. They got in a fight right after the Super Bowl in the parking lot. So
it's funny because the guy that he like walks not like so Mahomes' dad is just like chilling, having a good time, talking to people, and then like the other guy comes around. He's like wanted to say hi, like he's like being nice and everything. That's what the video looks like. And then all of a sudden just Mahomes just smacks the guy or like smacks his beer out of his hand or something. I'm like, bro, this guy is like on cloud 9. There's no way
dude is hammered off his mind.
Yeah.
First instinct is just to throw hands.
I feel bad for Patrick Mahomes, honestly. Poor guy has to deal with his stupid ass brother.
Wife. That dude's fighting for his life every day.
Constant drama, always. Dude's just trying to play ball, but whatever. All right, let's talk a little bit more about the NFL draft. So that happened this past weekend. There's a lot of stories that came out of it, but I think the biggest story that came out of it was Shadour Sanders falling to the 5th round to the Browns after the Browns already selected Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd. Mm-hmm. And everybody was just shocked, especially Mel Kiper, who just couldn't believe that Shadour fell that far. He was about to fight Reese Davis on set because of it. But I just thought that was insane. I don't know how bad Shadour's interviews went. I don't know how bad his combine went at Colorado did. I don't know what happened, but that was just kind of shocking to me to see what the hell happened to Shadour during this draft process.
Dude, he was rapping. He's rapping in his interviews. You seen that video? Or it's like Shadour probably in his interviews.
Oh yeah, that
on the table singing.
Yeah, I saw that one, and I saw the one Alex is referencing, the Blue Mountain State quarterback walking out of the practice field. Like it's my time.
Yeah, right
now. But dude, Brian Dable or whatever his name is, the coach for the Giants, said they had a bad interview because he called him out for being late, called him out for being unprepared, and then called him out for something else, and then they just didn't like each other, and then pretty much the Giants took off their Shadour off the draft board right after that.
Good. So, that doesn't surprise me.
No, definitely not.
I don't think Shadour is going to be that good anyways. He's not
I don't think he'll play a single NFL snap this year.
No.
With as many QBs as the Browns have right now?
Yeah.
They have the most mid QB room in the entire league.
And they got Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Gabriel's way better than Shadour. Shadour's structure is just... I feel like he just looks so unathletic, honestly.
I don't know.
He's athletic, but I feel like I don't know. I don't like how his lower body is much bigger than his upper body. Do you know what I'm trying to? He's shaped like a candle, like a vase. It starts off skinny and then
Damn, man, I was trying to ask you to take the guy on a date.
No, okay. But, there was a comment that was he does not look like an NFL quarterback, and I agree with it. So, I don't know.
Maybe when Caleb, Alex, and I were putting together our draft board, we should not have put Shadour at 3. But how are we? Everybody in the comments is like, dude, you thought Shadour was going to go at 3? What are you talking about?
Dude, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world thought Shadour was going to go number 1.
And then they're acting like we're damn time travelers, like we're supposed to know this.
Yeah.
We don't know what is going to be picked in the draft. I'm sorry.
The majority of people had Shadour at least going in the first round.
Yeah, it must be nice to have the benefit of hindsight, huh?
Dude's got the script.
I'm happy I wasn't on that dumbass episode.
Bro, how do you not know that the Jags were going to trade up? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know.
I tried to put Travis Hunter at 2. I tried.
You guys seriously didn't know?
We did.
Oh, okay, good.
But we had Cleveland picking him.
Yeah, okay. We're still right, though. He got picked, too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
I'm
sorry.
We still would have been right if you left Shadour because he got picked by the Browns.
Most of the people we had in the first 10 picks went in the first 10 picks. It just wasn't the teams. So, whatever.
That's pretty good, regardless.
Yeah, and
I think the biggest surprise.
Sorry that we didn't know that Matthew Golden was going to go to the Packers at
or
21.
Mason Graham goes to number 5 to the Browns.
Yeah, that was kind of nutty.
Yeah.
People are like, you don't know ball. Like, all right, bro, you obviously have the script. Maybe you do it then. Mr. Mock draft. But Alex, say what you were going to say.
Oh, I was just saying that like we did the best we could. We did what everybody else does we did everything that what everybody else was being paid to do. Like, we were just going off other people's draft boards. Like, what do you expect us to do? We didn't. Mason Graham goes at 5. Oh
hell, we just asked ChatGPT.
We didn't even have Mason Graham going in like the top 10. I don't. Or did
we had him going like 8 or 9, didn't we?
Yeah, like not the.
I was hoping he'd fall to the Lions.
I was hoping so too.
I think everybody did.
I was hoping the Lions would pick Will Johnson, but
or
they didn't
Josiah
like him.
Stewart.
I'm happy with how the Lions drafted. Honestly, they got some dogs.
Me too.
Yeah, I like
literally.
Tyler
they got
Williams.
3 dogs.
I like
Georgia
Tyler
Bulldogs.
Rutledge is gonna be really good.
Rutledge is
that white safety they got from Georgia. I think he'll be a dog.
No, yeah. Isaac Tesla from Arkansas. I like him.
He's from Michigan.
Yeah,
really?
he played at Hillsdale.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, because he transferred from there to.
He went to Unity Christian High School.
I wonder if Carter knows him.
I think he would, because
probably
he had one of the one-handed. They showed a clip from Hillsdale where he one-handed some touchdown grab. It was pretty cool. I was like, that's Hillsdale.
Brad Holmes went on to a radio show and said that Isaac Tesla was his favorite receiver in the draft. So that kind of
how far did he fall?
He fell to what?
Like a fourth round. I think he was a third. He was a third.
Third or fourth. Yeah.
It's good value then. I mean,
that was like one of the last ones I watched that night.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Boise State end of what was that guy's name? Amon Hassan or something like that.
Mm-hmm,
I like him. We got him in the 6th round.
Good too.
Yeah, that's for his upside and value. That was a really good pick, and we needed another edge rusher. So, Hutch, hopefully you get some more help because I don't know why we released what's his name?
Zadarius.
Yeah, Zadarius Smith.
Too much money.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to pay.
We only had him for half a season.
Yeah, we had him for 7 games.
We're gonna have to pay a lot of people in this upcoming season, guys. So it's probably just trying to get some more cap room.
We just paid Kirby Joseph the highest contract to a safety ever.
Worth it.
$86
million.
Have to
pay.
Just wait till Brian Branch is re-up for a contract.
Yeah, I guess we already signed J-Mo and Aiden to 5th-year options. So
yeah, well they're gonna come back next year. So
I think.
Did you guys see all the talk about they're gonna trade J-Mo?
Yeah, we did. We addressed it.
We talked about it. Isaac sent a PSA to the Lions themselves.
Yeah, I pretty much said if you do this, you're gonna piss off a lot of people, and they didn't do it. So
that's wild.
Thank you.
It's because you said that, Isaac.
Yeah, you're welcome, Lion fans. I called out the Lions organization and Martha Ford.
You're welcome,
Martha Ford. Yeah, like she listens to this podcast.
But if you guys are good on NFL draft talk, we can get to our main topic of the show before we close it out here, because I know Caleb's got to go in 15 minutes. So
I got like 20.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I'm ready. I'm ready to move on. Honestly, I don't really have any other takeaways from the draft. I'm excited to see how Cam Ward does, and hopefully he can turn Tennessee's organization around. I'm really excited to see how that goes because I feel bad for him.
Do you like your wait, Caleb, you're a Dolphins fan, right? Or were?
No, I'm like I like the Lions. And right now I really like I like the Raiders and probably Broncos third. Like those are probably my top 3.
Gideon's team.
I know Gideon.
I do like when the Broncos succeed, and I'm a big fan of Bo Nix. I think Bo Nix is a dog. So
yeah,
I don't know how you guys feel about Bo Nix and like the Broncos
I like them.
I like what, but yeah, I'm a big fan of them. I like to see them win and succeed. You know, they're a young team, they're exciting, and the Raiders, I'm hopping on the train when they're at their lowest. So when they're good, I'll be excited. But yeah, no, Lions won for sure. But what about the Dolphins?
I was going to ask you if you like their pick, but since you said your teams, do you like the you like the Raiders Ashton Genty pick? I'm guessing. Do you like?
Yeah, I'm glad they. I really wish they. I thought it was going to be Shadour going to Raider Nation for sure, and I think a lot of people thought that. But
yeah,
he's an upgrade over Amir Abdullah, so that's good. And hopefully, honestly, Aiden O'Connell's not that bad of a quarterback. The team around him is just awful.
Terrible.
Who's the really good?
They have Gino now.
Oh yeah, true. That's right. Yeah, my roommate told me that actually. He goes, "No, they wouldn't draft him. They have Gino." I was like, "Oh, okay."
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Quarterback, perfect.
Who's their tight end? Who's the
Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer.
Yeah. So they're honestly a lot of good things to look forward to for Vegas. I think they're not going to be that good still. They might win like 5 or 6 games, but
be competitive against the Chiefs one of those games.
Yeah, right. They'll lose to some random flag, but that's for 6 months from now to complain about.
Hey, you can't complain.
Yeah, but
you know what I'm excited about the NFL? Oh, sorry, Isaac, go ahead.
No, Alex, go ahead.
JJ McCarthy's back, baby. He's back.
Yeah, he is.
He's throwing that. Right. I'm excited.
Gonna lead his team to second in the NFC.
Well, you know what? That'll be fine. That's better than last. I mean, I'm excited. JJ got some O-line help in the draft, even though it was an Ohio State guy, but who cares? I think he's going to be – I think he's going to prove a lot of people wrong about –
couple national champions on that team now.
Mm-hmm. JJ's going to be the GOAT, bro.
I think it'll be fun. It'll be fun to see when they play in Detroit.
Yeah.
Especially if JJ's healthy and starting, I think that'll be cool, especially with Hutch on the other side. Yeah. Coming after him.
I thought it was.
It'll be fun to see Hutch manhandle his ass.
Okay. I thought it was cool that the media was like, "Are you ready to start? Are you ready to start?" He's like, "I appreciate you saying that. Yeah, I am ready to start." And like, damn, JJ, talk your shit.
But, yeah.
Goated.
I was excited to see that he's actually back from his ACL tear. Lions.
He's throwing it good.
Lions better put that boy on his ass when we play the Vikings. But all right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from NFL talk, going to our main topic. Sorry. So we texted in the group chat yesterday and today, talk about what we wanted to do, and there's like a segment. We came to a decision about doing our top 12 games of the next college football season. What we're most looking forward to. I've just posted something on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube about it today. So, Thursday. So you'll probably see this already by the time this episode comes out. But so we did 3 prompts to kind of set up our rankings for these games. So we did the game that we are most looking forward to as like personal, the game that we think is like the most intriguing, like you're excited to see how the teams look, if like new additions or key departures or how they look after a lot of people left, all that kind of stuff, and then the game of the year that you think is going to be. So, who wants to kick us off? Because I hope we all have a bunch of good games.
I didn't know we were breaking them down like that. I just did 3 cool games.
You could do that too.
All right.
Alex, it's all right, Jack. I only texted you to the group chat about like 2 hours ago.
Did you?
All right, I'll start. Which category do you want to do first?
The first one, Alex. The one you're the most excited for.
Oh yeah. Well, okay, bro.
Is it a Michigan game?
I mean,
all 3 of them are.
Okay, so no, hold on, no. Okay, so the one I'm most excited for is a Week 2 matchup against Michigan and Oklahoma. I mean, SEC Big Ten battle at Norman, Oklahoma. I bet I'd put money on it. It's going to be a night game in Norman because why wouldn't it not be? It's probably going to be on ESPN with Kurt and what's his other name? What's the other guy's name? Chris Fowler. Chris Fowler. And I think that game is going to be really entertaining because, one, do I really think Oklahoma's going to be that good? No, but Oklahoma's environment and the fans around and it being a night game in Norman, that's going to make it tough for a potential freshman starting quarterback, Bryce Underwood, going his first road game. I mean, it's going to be a tough battle for Michigan with new offense, new schemes. So I'm excited to see what they do there. I mean, I like Oklahoma, so I was like I knew this matchup was going to happen for years now, so I'm excited to see it happen. And yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Caleb, how about you go next?
I think in terms of the one I'm most excited for, it's a Big Ten matchup. I think Oregon versus Penn State is going to be really interesting. That's going to be a really good mid-season matchup. Because I mean, they played the Big Ten championship against each other this past season, right? So super close. Sorry, Jack, did I take your game?
You took one of mine.
You took one of mine too.
Yeah, no, I'll beat y'all to the chase here. I think that game's just gonna be really, really good. I mean, both teams are obviously competing to win the Big Ten again. So, with it being, I think it's at Penn State.
Yes,
when they do play again. So mid-season, it's going to be a pivotal game for both teams, and it can determine if you make the college football playoff or not too as well. So I mean, if you're looking for a fun mid-season matchup at the height of college football, probably still going to be its most watched season. Every new season is the most watched. And it's going to matter a lot for conference play and just for college football implications too. So I think just wanted to shed light on that one, even though I know you guys were going to as well.
All right.
So that game comes
that means it's a real good game.
Yeah, it got to be a real good game.
If three of us had it, yeah.
Week 5. So yeah, week five game. So we get to look forward to that. All right, Jack, how about you go next?
I will go next. So I got a week 1 matchup, boys.
Oh boy!
All right.
Full of excitement and craziness. Texas versus Ohio State.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
When I saw that was a week 1 game, I'm like, shoot, this year's college football is going to be explosive and fiery to kick it off with that one. We're going to have Arch Manning, see what that dude can do against a former national championship team, which
playoff
Ohio State lost some people, but they ain't going to fully fall off the wagon. So I think that'll be a great game.
Yeah, first real test for Arch Manning's Texas career. I mean, he played him. I guess he kind of got some snaps against Ohio State last year, but I think this is actually like
different team.
This is Arch's team now. We'll see how he can handle the pressure. Yeah. I'm excited to see what Ohio State looks like too. I mean, they still had Jeremiah Smith. They still have Carnell Tate. They've probably reloaded on the defensive side of the ball with Matt Patricia as their new defensive coordinator.
Is he really?
Yeah, wild hire. We'll see how that works out. But yeah,
I hope awful.
That dude knows how to turn programs to shit.
But yeah, I was on my list too. I'm really looking forward to that game. It should be a lot of fun to kick off the season. It might be Lee Corso's final headgear show, so it'll be an emotional game. It'll be a fun game to watch. So good pick, Jack. I like that a lot. For me, I'm gonna do a exciting game too. For me personally, is that Notre Dame kicks off. Is another week 1 game. Notre Dame kicks off the season against Miami at Hard Rock Stadium in Florida. Notre Dame's got a lot of questions on Notre Dame's side of the ball team this year. We have new quarterback in CJ Carr. We'll have to see how the defense looks after Al Golden left for the Bengals, and to see if the offense could take the next step. And especially Jeremiah Love's Heisman case. Heisman season starts there. So I'm really looking forward to see how Notre Dame can handle the stadium atmosphere of the Canes, because the Hurricanes have Carson Beck, who just has had a wild offseason, and then to stay something short, and see if Mario Cristobal has the Hurricanes ready this season, because I think a lot of people thought they were like disappointing last year based on like all the potential they had on their team. So
the amount of talent,
right. And it's gonna be an electric atmosphere anyway. So I'm gonna take Notre Dame versus Miami, Catholics versus convicts, the 7. So that's my
Which
game.
one's which?
Yeah. But all right, let's go right back to the top, Alex. This is the most intriguing game. This is the game that you're interested to watch, but may not have a preference in side or whatever. It's just you wanted to watch.
I'm going to say a game that we all know Grayson would have said. Georgia and Florida. I feel like Florida is going to be more competitive than they have been in the last 4 seasons or however long they've been not the greatest. But now with Florida's DJ Lagway, I think he's going to just tear it up this year for Florida if he stays healthy. And I think Georgia's still good, but they're trying to still find a new identity with Gunnar Stockton as their new starting quarterback. So them having that game, I think that's it's a week 10 matchup, and it's a rivalry, and it's a neutral site game. So I'm excited to see that one. I'm sure Grayson is more than dying to see Florida win that game. So
for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
When was the last time they won that game? Was it when Kyle Trask?
I think Kyle Trask was still there, or Felipe Franks. I don't remember.
Oh, God, that's so long.
But yeah, I'm excited.
Florida was heating up, dude.
They were.
That's why I think they're
on a
going
heater.
to be really good this year.
DJ Lagway 7-1 as a starter, so he's
got some potential there.
Let's see if he
but
can.
They don't
That's
have
a Heisman candidate right there.
They don't
That's
got
a
big
Heisman
boy
candidate.
no more.
Yeah. He's in the. They don't have Graham Mertz leading the Gators now. It's his show now. So let's see if he can take it and run with it. All right, Caleb, you're up.
I think in terms of like intrigued, I'm definitely most intrigued by how UCLA is going to start their season. They got a lot of new moving parts they got to kind of work out, and they got a really good test week 1 against Utah. So out of conference battle at home, I think I usually always watch the first couple games of UCLA, and then I sort of teeter out by the time weeks 3 and 4 come around of like watching college football. But I'll be watching that game. I think Utah's defense is a really good test for this new quarterback we got, Lavaria or whatever his name is.
Nico.
I'll just call him Nico. Yeah.
Nico. There we go.
Him, new coach. I think good test for the offense, and we have the benefit of playing at home, so that'll be an interesting game for me. And I think in terms of like the prompt of like, what am I like in terms of like teams that changed? I think UCLA, it's going to really decide their season at playing Utah at home. Just we'll see where the offense is at and go from there. So
yeah,
I'll be watching that one.
Yeah, so that's I have another UCLA game in here somewhere. I don't know if it's going to make the cut or not, but I'm pretty interested to see how Nico looks for this season for the Bruins. I kind of think UCLA might be a sleeper team in the Big Ten this year just because of him alone. Mm-hmm. But definitely will be interesting. But Utah is also a pretty tough team and usually is. So yeah. I know they kind of have.
That's the only reason I'm like, I don't know, man. Defense typically destroys. I feel like
injuries.
You know, you got a new coach, new offense, new quarterback. I think there's going to be some growing pains. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Especially
Utah had a bunch of injuries last year, so they're looking to bounce back in a stronger way too this year. So go ahead, finish what you were going to say, Caleb. I want to hear it.
No, I said what I had to say.
All right, Jack, how about you? How about you?
For my next game, I also have a UCLA game.
Oh dang, we on the map.
Oh, this was a last minute switch because Caleb took my Penn State Oregon game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with UCLA versus Penn State. I feel like this will be one of Nico's first real in-conference rivalry games that'll put him to the test, and I hope he does well. It's at the Rose Bowl, which is a hard stadium to play in, so that'll be a good game, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Well, that might be Nico's first test of the season, unless UCLA is just way worse than we think they are. Mm-hmm. But yeah, same thing as like I said last time. It'll be interesting to see how they look again, and with Nico at quarterback.
See what that $4 million does for Nico.
For sure. Okay. Let me look through my list real quick.
Was that the one you were gonna say?
Nah, no, I just
Okay.
well, Texas, Ohio State, Oregon, Penn State got taken off the board real quick, so yeah. But I'm gonna go with one kind of out of left field here. I'm gonna go with Clemson and North Carolina in Week 6.
Oh yeah.
We got the Bill Belichick leading the North Carolina Tar Heels this season. I mean,
Bill Belichick's girlfriend leading the
Jordan,
North Carolina.
Jordan, whatever. But
Jordan, the 24-year-old.
yeah. But it'll be interesting to see how he leads his program and through the ACC, because I'm skeptical about what Bill Belichick could do with his the Tar Heels team. I think they have a lot of people coming in that have show like real talent, and I think they just got a quarterback named Gio Lopez from South Alabama, so that'll be really cool to see. Also, I think Clemson's bringing a lot of their production back from last season, especially I guess Cade Klubnik. He's gonna be one of the better quarterbacks in the nation, unfortunately. Which I really hope.
Wrong.
Still working on getting him on.
Still working on that collab, but I'm really excited to see what Clemson could do if they can make it back to the national championship aspirations and caliber team, or they're just gonna be a first round exit playoff team again, or not even make the playoffs. But I'm really looking at this game like, all right, this is gonna be it's either gonna be a really good game or it's gonna be a really bad game, because Dabo and Bill are both really good coaches and they proved it. So we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, last category, or if you want to consider it, you can change it up whatever you want to be, but it's game of the year. So,
yes.
All right,
Alex, let's see it.
So the two jerseys behind me have a lot of history in this game. Desmond Howard hitting the Heisman pose, and then Charles Woodson. You know what Charles Woodson did. I'm going to go Michigan, Ohio State, November 29th at noon, week 14 game. It's been electric for the last 4 years for being a Michigan fan, but it also been pretty close the last 3 years as well. So I don't expect anything different. I'm hoping that each team is as good as they were for the last few 4 years as they were. Obviously, there's questions on both sides, but I do think these two teams will be fighting for at least a playoff spot or a just like conference championship by then, hopefully. So, I mean, both teams are going to be dominant, and the rivalry is just fun. I mean, the scuffles at the end of the last game last year, I bet that's pissing so many of the Ohio State guys off, and I'm sure Michigan feels still mistreated for the last 12 or whatever, how many seasons it's been since before Michigan beat them. So, yeah, I'm excited. I like that game. I hate them, but you know it's always a fun game to watch.
Is that one being played at the Big House?
Yes.
Okay, because I was gonna say, hopefully we don't have to worry about laws about planting flags.
I know, but it'll be fun.
No soft hands in Michigan.
I hope we out physical them again, like we have the last 4 years.
Hopefully.
But yeah, all right,
it's gonna be hard without Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, dude.
Yeah, Ohio State.
I think Michigan will be fine. I think they're bringing back a lot of potential in the D-line room, and
they brought a lot of transfers in that were really good. Reloaded the roster.
Especially their secondary is going to be pretty good to watch, pretty fun to watch too. But
defensive line, baby.
It all comes down to see who can run the ball more effectively, and
Justice Haynes.
It all comes down to who scores more points, you know.
True.
Game of football. Whoever plays the better game of football.
It's always so interesting because the game's played in frigid temperatures too, so it's like I swear to God, every time I turn on that game when it's on, it's snowing, and it's just like, oh my God, dude, that does not look fun at all. But you know they're just loving it, and you're like, you can't pass.
I loved it.
It's always like a grinded out game too. So yeah,
Alex,
comes down to who's got that dog, and I think Michigan with the win streak. It's going to be hard for Ohio State to win it.
Oh, so, for sure. Yeah.
Because now Michigan's on like a 3-4 year streak now, aren't they?
Streak, yeah.
Four in a row.
Which is insane because
Never
Ohio State was
Michigan
way better
lose
on
in
paper
college
this year.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm graduating 4-0 against Ohio State. I have nothing to do with it.
Alex and I have been blessed to go see a Michigan-Ohio State game twice, and we've stormed the field twice because they beat Ohio State. So
wow,
it's always a lot of fun. I know I
got COVID once from it.
Looks cold, but it's when you're there, it's just everybody's bumping around, and it's it's like a really fun atmosphere to be a part of. So
yeah, you just got to be there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
but all right, Caleb, I'm sure you have to get out of here after this one, so go ahead and.
No, you're good. I can finish the app. We're good.
Cool. Give us the game of the year from Chalub.
So my game of the year is kind of out of left field for me because if you know me, I'm not the biggest college football guy, but end of season matchup, we got Clemson and Florida State going at it, and I get that Florida State, they only won like 2 games this past season or something like that.
Yeah, they weren't good, but they'll reload.
Yeah, they and from what I looked and from what I researched, they did reload, and they're actually like poised to be the most improved team in college football, at least according to the experts who get paid to research that kind of stuff and sort of predict it. So I think that game's just going to be a fun end of season game. That's what I tried to do was like pick one to start the year, middle season, and end season. So that one's probably my game of the year. Even though I'm not the biggest, they play in the SEC, right?
Yes. No, ACC.
Oh, they're ACC?
Yeah, both ACC. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, either way, I think for the ACC, in terms of like who's going to win that, I think that could be a big indicator of who's going to win the ACC championship, and then also who makes college football playoffs. So I think those 2 teams are going to be going at it, and hopefully Florida State can get back to how they were when they had Jordan Travis.
Yeah. Yep. Also, shout out to Jordan Travis for an incredible football career. Yeah, he just retired like yesterday on Wednesday. So he was an electric player. So sad to see how his career ended up. So
it is tough.
Whoever broke his leg, we're coming after you.
Yeah.
College football community hates you.
That FCS school. That kid gotta be shaking in his boots right now.
You know damn well he's going undrafted though.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Or he did win undrafted.
Yeah. All right, Jack, you're up.
My game of the year. This is gonna be a surprise for you guys. Alabama, Georgia. I feel like this game is probably could be a game of the year candidate every single year, just because you get 2 national championship contending type teams every single year playing their asses off to beat each other. So I think this game's gonna be electric
for sure. I mean,
always seems to be.
Georgia's gonna be rocking Georgia and Alabama are gonna be rocking 2 different quarterbacks than they did last season.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama coming off the disappointing season for like an Alabama type of program, 9-3 with the bowl loss against Michigan. And then Georgia coming off a shortened playoff run after winning the SEC championship. Mm-hmm. Both are coming back with reloaded rosters and some new faces around, especially at the quarterback position. It'll be interesting to see it, but I'm sure that game always is so fun to watch because even when Stetson Bennett was just coming onto the college football scene, that game was also fun to watch. So, that's always a fun game. Ryan Williams is still there though. You gotta like that.
Maybe it's only like 18 still too.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
He could play for 7 more seasons and still be a prospect player in the NFL. Crazy.
Just pull what Cam McCormick did at Miami. Just play for 10 years and then go to the
could
NFL.
Be playing at Plainwell High School right now.
He literally could.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's nuts. But all right, I guess that brings that down to me. All the games I was going to say for Game of the Year are already on the board, so if you see the graphic and I have a completely different one, that's why. But I really there's a lot of good games. I have a whole list right here that I wrote down, but I'm looking at it, and they're playing in South Bend this year. It was a good game last year. Marcel Reed's going to be the starting quarterback at A&M, and I think this is going to be a really good game between really good programs. So I'm going to take Texas A&M against Notre Dame week 3. And I just think it's going to be a really good game. I mean, Notre Dame's got to win one of the 2 games against Miami and Texas A&M to even make the playoffs. I'm hoping they win both because that'll make me feel better. But Texas A&M has been looking real. He's gotten better under what's his name? Gosh,
Mike Elko.
Mike Elko. He came onto the scene for Texas A&M last year, led them to an 8-5 season, even though it was maybe it was kind of disappointing for a lot of A&M fans, but it was his first season, so you gotta give him a break. But now I think he's gonna start getting some wins here this season. So I like this game a lot, and I think Notre Dame's gonna whoop the shit out of them again. So
let's hope.
Let's hope. But all right, so that's gonna be our games of the year, that we're looking forward to. I'll run it down the list real quick so everybody knows what we all said. Alex said Michigan versus Oklahoma, Georgia v. Florida, then Michigan, Ohio State. Caleb said Oregon v. Penn State, UCLA v. Utah, Clemson v. Florida State, and Jack said Texas v. Ohio State, UCLA v. Penn State, Alabama v. Georgia, and then I said Notre Dame v. Miami, UNC v. Clemson, Texas A&M v. Notre Dame. So, good picks. I like that a lot.
I would agree. And saying that at the end was smart. That's going to help you a lot with that graphic later.
Yeah, I was keeping it down on the list, so I would be able to make it later tonight. But
oh, that's good.
Yes, I think that's going to do it for us this week. Thank you again for support. Always listening. Thank you for always supporting us.
Birthday month.
The show's birthday month, so season 3 is coming. Oh, season 2, sorry. Season 2 is coming up soon, so be ready for that. We're probably going to do nothing. This is episode 48, right? So, no, 49. 49. So, one more episode to the 50th.
Next week is 50th.
50th episode, so probably be the same show you always listen to, but it would just be cool. But we really appreciate everybody's support. We love doing this. I hope we all love doing this. Glad to have Jack back on the show. Unc is back. And I guess we could say this. Alex and I will be leaving Olivet here soon, so we might have a new studio here in the next month or two. So
few months,
maybe. But maybe we could have an in-person show. We'll see how that works out for us. But all right. That's going to do it for
Congratulations to Caleb for graduating, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, thanks, boys.
Caleb.
Thank you.
Yep.
Congrats, Caleb.
Preach.
And, anybody else want to say a shout out before we go?
Unc is back.
Unc is back. All right, that's good for us.
Go Pistons,
don't know ball.
man.
Go Pistons.
Go Pistons.
Remember, we
Tigers.
don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
All right.